Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you around a chicken coop and explain how I do things around here with the chickens. Might not be what you do, might not be the right way or the wrong way, but this is what works for me. The coop is framed with all 2x4s, pressure treated, all pressure treated lumber. It's all screwed together, no nails. This is the laying box here. It has a sheet metal roof. The ridge cap and all the flashing is all wooden, no metal flashing, or it works, blocks out all the rain. This little camera right here is for my security camera system inside, which is separate from the live stream. All the wires 1/2-inch hardware mesh cloth. Hardware cloth, hardware mesh. Spring-loaded hinges to keep the door shut. It's built up off the ground. Well, it's actually sitting on the ground, but it has framing all the way around the base to raise it so I can put bedding inside and raise the level of the inside the coop to keep water from flooding the inside the coop. And heavy rains, it always stays dry inside of there. The bedding is a cypress mulch from the hardware store. You could also use hardwood as long as it's not colored or treated in any kind of way. It's grinded up tree, which is carbon, and chicken waste is nitrogen. So when they mix together, it makes decomposition. And instead of having a nasty chicken waste smell, you have more of a organic decomposing smell, if that makes any. By the way, if you have a chicken coop that has hardwood bedding or mulch bedding, chips, it's a great idea to keep a pitchfork inside the chicken coop. So if you ever want to go walk around inside in there and the floor is messy, all you have to do is grab this thing on your way in, flip over a bunch of mulch, and you have fresh surface to walk on. Okay, the structure itself started off as this main little 4-foot by 8-foot section right here. Right here, what you see in front, 4 foot wide and 8 foot deep. Then this side right here, which is another 4 foot by 8 foot deep, was added on. On the side, there's a run that they can access. I have a door to close it off, and it's 10 foot deep and just about 2 foot wide. And the same thing on the back, which will lead them out here into underneath this bench. They can come out in these runs right here, and there's 2 of them, so they get some access to more sunlight and able to go outside a little bit. The structure here with the 1/2-inch hardware mesh and the sheet metal roof is bird flu approved. Even though we don't have bird flu in New Orleans, I thought it would be a good idea just to, maybe not a good idea, I always go overboard with it. The inside of the main coop area is 64 square feet, and even if they're locked in here for a long period of time, it's still over 10 square feet per bird, so there's plenty of room for them to be in here just fine. The area outside's just extra area that's just not really needed for them. We just like them, so we give them extra room. We have food right here, so they get other food besides just besides just people food. See? They eat chicken food. I have this built to where they can't scratch in their food and dump out their food onto the ground. They stand right here, and the distance is just about perfect for them to eat at, and it's just high enough so that they don't try and step into it. Standing on top of it doesn't really work too well for them because they are pretty hefty birds, but they're happy. Huh. This right here is the bath box that I just built. They haven't used it too much. I'm gonna see what we can do to change that. I also have ropes that they were supposed to use more often since I started them on it when they were babies. But they don't seem to really like the ropes too much, and they may end up coming out soon because they're a hassle for me to duck underneath. The whole inside of the coop is only 5 foot tall. As far as the water system goes, we have 3 containers right here that they drink from. This faucet is used to refill those. Also goes to a little water bar that I found how to make on YouTube. I don't remember exactly who made the video. The PEX goes to this bucket right here. The PEX is actually just white water pipe. It goes to the bucket right here. The bucket's full of water, and the water level is maintained by a toilet tank filler. Gravity pushes the water down, makes just enough water pressure for their little water dripper things that they can peck on and get water from. I have that one there inside, and let's see, I'm just gonna go out here. Y'all going out? Alright. I like gold on Cliquia's neck. She's so pretty. Watch out! Come on! Watch out! Come on! Come on, little chickens. And back here is the bucket that has the filler in it. There's a valve, the PEX. I have a faucet that runs out right there that I have water under city water pressure right there. Their water is not under city water pressure. It's separate from our water, just in case of a backflow emergency, and it works just like the way toilet tank works. You don't want your water from your toilet tank backflowing into your faucet if you lose pressure in your water pipes. So the way it's designed is that it can never backflow. It's a separate tank, and I thought it was a great idea, and it's been working. Right here is the other water dripper that's on the system. They have that when they have access to out here. Man, it's tight back here. Where they have access to out here, this is the door. This is the door that I close at night to keep them locked in. The tops of the run areas back here are closed in by wood framing that I built out of 2 layers of fence board with seams that don't match up. They're overlapping, and in between the 2 boards I used sandwiched 1/2-inch mesh, and it's like that all the way around the chicken coop. Back over here on the side run, You want me to leave? Hold on. Back over here on the side run, I usually leave this open, or I used to. I just started closing it for some reason. I'm gonna start looking into leaving it open again probably, but it's built with the same way with the cover. Has a fence board, and it has sandwiched hardware cloth in between it to form like a screen to keep things out. It's worked very well. This middle section right here, I can lift up from outside and walk up top. I can actually walk on this and open up this section right here, and the neighbor, when they cut the grass, they bag it and he'll hand it to me over the fence, and I'll just dump it right into here, and the chickens have a blast with all of that cut grass. And it's actually decomposed so much that it has to be screened again, and a lot of it removed, put in my yard and start over this year. This was just from last summer, all of this buildup. Is that good? Noisy little chicken. Anyway, we have four egg boxes, laying boxes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they all have the slot in the back for the egg to roll through. The nesting boxes are 2.5 to 3 feet off the ground. They don't like them on the ground. Another interesting thing about chickens in nesting boxes is that I didn't have to show them how to lay their eggs, or where to lay their eggs, I'm sorry. They just knew how to do it. Also, without having a rooster and only having 6 hens, the eggs are not fertilized anyway. So letting them sit on them would be a waste of their time and a waste of a good egg that I could eat. Another reason why you don't want to let hens set on eggs is because they can get aggressive. This one's probably not gonna, yeah, she does peck. They don't like you to mess with them when they're sitting on their eggs. So if you don't have, once they get up, the egg rolls away, then there's nothing to sit back on to. Don't bite too hard. What you doing, girl? You ready to lay an egg? The ramp that they use to go up to where they sleep at is not pressure treated. And actually also this, where they put their feet at, is not pressure treated. Okay, all my electricity that's coming into the chicken coop is plugged in to the house, not hardwired, plugged in onto an outlet. The wire is ran through, I believe that's half inch or 3/4 inch conduit on the inside and out, half inch on the inside and out. I'm going to put up outside light right there. It stays plugged in. I keep it, I put it on a plug, that way I could unplug it and work on things and make changes. I have an outlet right there that stays on now that I started the live stream. All of the power to run all of the cameras is coming from right here, and only a data cable runs inside the house to the computer. Have a fan right there that's plugged in for hot nights. Power adapter, 12-volt power adapter for the LED lights that are above the camera on a live stream. I have 3 100-watt equivalent LED light bulbs in here that are on a timer, and turn on in the mornings after the chickens have gotten 9 hours of sleep. I adjust it to make sure they get 9 hours of sleep at least. That's about it. I had this plug was operated by a outdoor switch that I'm not using anymore now that I'm doing a live stream. As far as the live stream goes, this is the camera that does the live stream. This is strip LEDs to give it a little bit of backlight, a little bit of lighting once the sun goes down, and brings out more color in their feathers. It's mounted inside of a coffee can, that way the elements don't try to kill it. And the signal for it is sent through USB. Let's see. This right here is the night vision camera. And that's about it. Alright guys, I think that's about it. Thank you for being interested in the craziness that we have going on here. And if people like it, I will make updates on new things that I do to it. Thank you again for coming by. Alright.